Good evening, everyone. My name is Bobby Shaw. Our topic for tonight is about the argument of relaxed versus natural hair. And of course, our topic tonight is mainly pertaining to African American women. Before we get started, let's create some definitions for our argument. First things first, natural hair. We'll define natural hair as a woman wearing her hair in an unaltered state. We'll define relaxed hair as heat applied to hair and chemicals applied to hair that alter it from its natural state. There's a long-standing stigma that because of the volume, because of the texture, and because of the styles that African American women wear their hair in, that they don't fit into traditional society. A few arguments against that. First and foremost are health. An African American woman's scalp can become increasingly damaged from heat applied to it, to chemicals applied to it, and it's much more healthy if it's allowed to grow and flourish in its natural state. Two is just the economics. Maintaining your hair in a relaxed state, the products to maintain this are very expensive. Not only that, but you may have to make frequent trips to your hairstylist in order to maintain a healthy looking state. And that's just to maintain the state of your hair when it's going against what it was naturally meant to be. The third of which, I believe it destroys individuality in women. I believe when a woman is allowed to wear her hair in styles that she wants to, that it not only uplifts themselves, but it uplifts their lives and those around them. So let's explore our first point, health. Even for some young African American women from a very young age, they apply what's called perms or relaxers to their hair. And what this does is it makes their hair straight. It takes it from its coily, curly, natural state to a very straight or relaxed state, as they call it. The other way, of course, doing this is to apply heat directly to the hair. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, applying heat directly to hair actually kills the hair. It kills the moisture inside the hair, and it actually makes the hair weaker. It makes it thinner, makes it more fragile, as opposed to its natural, coily, thick state. When you see a woman wearing her hair naturally, you see a lot of volume. It's very puffy, so it's alive. When they straighten it, of course, it flows downward naturally, but it also looks very frail. It looks damaged almost. So the health of a woman's scalp is very, very important, not only for longevity, but even in the short term. A woman's hair can become increasingly dry, itchy, and irritable because of the products that they put on them, because of the heat applied. As they age older, sometimes they may deal with hair loss as a huge problem. And it's because of years and years of damage that they've applied to their hair. Second of which we touched on was the economics. Sometimes a single trip to the hair salon can cost $50 or $60, and they must do this weekly to maintain a relaxed state. Whereas if a woman wore her hair naturally, she could wake up in the morning and do her hair as she wanted to, style her hair as she needed to. Or during the weekend, style it for the entire week, and with the exception of having to wake up every morning and style it for that particular day. Not only does this give a woman options, this also lets her feel like she has control over her own image. And that's what all women want. All women want to feel that their own beauty is what they choose it to be. That it doesn't have to fit into a certain bottle or to a certain standard that other people impose on them. The last of which we touched on was individuality. It is no secret that African American women love the different styles they get to apply to their hair. We talked earlier about how women want to feel beautiful, how they want to accentuate their beauty not only through their hair, their makeup, but their makeup, their nails, any of the cosmetics. They want to feel like they have value and they have stock in themselves, and making themselves look good, making themselves feel good is one of the ways to do that. Everything from braids to dreadlocks if they choose it, to wearing their hair in a twist out. Even if they wake up in the morning and they decide to do a wash and go style where they get in the shower, they shampoo their hair, and then they do some very quick styling, apply some products to it, and they go about their way. Doing this gives a woman the ability to do any of those, and it gives them a true sense of putting stock into themselves, into making themselves beautiful for the day. And I believe that's very important. The same way that men are allowed to match their ties with their suits, with their blazers. No, we don't do that with our hair, but women do. Women feel like a hair is a part of their outfit as a whole. A woman wearing her hair a certain way can make an outfit truly flow, and also makes them feel very beautiful. But if they're constrained to a certain definition. They feel like they have to have their hair perfectly straight, or it has to come down perfectly downward instead of being allowed to curl and grow outward in its natural state. So the topics we touched on today are: one, the health of a woman's scalp; two, the economic benefit of a woman just wearing her hair naturally; and last, of course, the individuality, the woman being allowed to be her true self and not having to feel like rules are being imposed on her so she can emanate her true beauty. Thank you all for joining me for tonight. You all have a great week. I hope to see you back next weekend.